Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We bring you Wednesday Night Baseball on the show. It's the Athletics and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. And our pitcher in this game, Jack Flaherty. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark.
Well, for us, it is a new day. 6-0 shutout win against the Athletics last night in one of the worst games I feel like I've played in a long time. So let's try and be better here tonight.
Check swing, and he went 0-1.
Pitching-wise, last night, outstanding. And if it wasn't for the umpire extending some at-bats, Tarek Skubal probably finishes that thing off. Ooh, sinker just missed. A good sinker. Lawrence Butler will watch it go by. That was really a shame. Ew. One pitch out of the strike zone ever so slightly, and Jack's just like, oh, man, I'm rattled. 2-1.
Bottom of the zone and a cold strike.
Eventually, somebody here on the A's will swing at something. It just won't be Lawrence Butler.
No, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second.
Okay.
It looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap.
That is one way to start a baseball game.
Jacob Wilson. And
a swing!
Is fouled off.
He was so woefully late on it, but a swing.
One down, base is empty.
Oh,
swings through that one for strike two.
Maybe Evo's right. Maybe we're fine because this is the A's. That was a bad pitch. Right to Baez, though, 2 away.
Very nicely done for the out.
I didn't mean to call the sinker, and then I was like, I'm going to throw it anyway, and it didn't work out very well. Now we'll see Brent Rooker. Just look at the ineptitude in this lineup. Brent Rooker with the highest batting average outside of everybody else is it's a really, really bad lineup. That ball is foul. We got away with yet another mistake pitch in this inning. And Jack did that in his last start, too. A lot of mistake sliders. Ground ball to McKinstry. Good throw, and it is a 1-2-3 inning.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
All right, so some things to clean up, but we will take that. Meadows, Carpenter, and Green lead off, as usual.
Back at Comerica Park. And today's starting pitcher, Luis Severino. And Chris, pitching on the road has not
better numbers for Luis Severino. Long-time vet, really, at this stage of his career. Bounced around a little bit. Been a Pirate. Been a Yankee.
Don't know what it is, but I know this.
First pitch swing from Parker Meadows. That ball drops. Little blooper over the head of shortstop on a first pitch swing. You take those. That fastball kind of screwed me up a little bit. It was a little bit more inside than I thought it was going to be. Well, one pitch, one base runner. Here's Carp, who went deep last night, and the wind strongly blowing out to center.
Added another hit as well.
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
On to first in time. Double play.
That's an absolute bullet to short. But a double play. Oh, we've been late on each of the first two swings here. Not good.
Here's Riley Green.
Struggled to make contact.
That's a ball that Carpenter usually does damage with, too. That's a sinker right down the middle. Well, 2 outs essentially on 2 pitches.
Off the plate inside. Ball 1.
See what Riley Green can do to extend this inning here, because that is not a hot start. Not my fault that Severino gave us 2 really, I mean, that pitch as well. He's thrown 4 pitches, and 3 of them have been really hittable.
It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Riley hit hard, right center. Ball is down. It stays in the ballpark.
Now he'll turn for second.
2-out double for Riley Green. We'll see what Torque can do to maybe make this first inning not that much of a waste. Double number 25 for Riley Green.
Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Torque batting 261, collected 2 hits last night.
Very used to hitting in spots like this. Right now,
didn't get the call.
RBIs.
Well, they're looking to get
Bit
on
of
the
a
board
surprise.
first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Oh, Cutter caught me a little bit out front. Torque got a lot of that baseball. 1-1. Oh, that's a bullet. Riley Green rounding third. He will score. And a 2-out rally for the Tigers, perhaps, that is not done yet. Torque drives in a run to make it 1-0.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying.
I haven't really wanted to work much in the last 2 weeks. That cold, or whatever it was, that shit got me. Here's Glaber. Ooh, wow. First sweeper of the day. Wasn't even really thinking about that pitch. 0-1 on Torres. Ooh. Ramped up there on that cutter to the point that it didn't even really move. We still met it out in front, but 0-2 on Torres. Could see that sweeper yet again. Had to. Obviously wasn't expecting that.
Whips it to first.
Is what it is, but Spencer Torkelson drives in a run, gives Jack Flaherty something to work with. A run on 3 hits for the Tigers, and the damage could have been so much worse had Carp done what he usually does, and that's barrel up mistake pitches. Parker was the first batter. He had the bloop single.
Flaherty back to work.
Wow.
And that's strike 1.
Here's a batter who,
hitless in his career is Shea Langoliers against Flaherty. In a lineup that, even after a bad day yesterday, is looking worse.
Rip to right. Oh,
what a play by Torque.
Sometimes it gives, and sometimes
A leap at first base for the first out.
Swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Zach Geloff.
Oh, man.
Ready to hit. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game.
It's yet another mistake with that sinker. It's 2 already.
In the first pitch, misses
Slider
the
from
ball
Jack,
1.
taken by Zach Geloff. 10 home runs in the year, so somebody you want to be careful with.
That one missed.
2-0. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but I will swing at that pitch with Kerry Carpenter 10 out of 10 times.
The 2-0.
That's a bad change up there from Jack.
In today's game, not that many
Getting
fastball
results here
counts,
early,
hitters
but
still in the
not
back of
great
their minds are
execution.
looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there.
3-1.
Excellent pitch selection to go with.
See J.J. Bleday up next.
Fought off foul.
Swinging on a 3-1 slider.
1 out, base is empty.
Perhaps a bold call. The 3-2. Chased one. Chased one up and out of the zone. It remains 3-2. Swing and a miss. Not even a great slider from Jack.
And there's 2 away.
A's can't catch a break right now. They can't give themselves a break.
That slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball,
Kind of.
late, has a really good bite.
But if you think about it,
because you've made the decision,
even when we started Mudcats last year, didn't have a full team, there were only a few A's that really had an impact.
That one ripped, but foul.
Back in Mudcats 24, J.J. Blade, I believe, stayed on the team the entire time. He just didn't ever really get to the majors. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Zach Geloff was about the only one. And Esteury Ruiz, but he's not here anymore. Ooh, got a piece of that.
That wasn't an easy pitch.
Yeah, Geloff had that
easier to do damage against
3-homer day, 4-homer day, I don't remember. Slider and chop to Baez. Played well.
In plenty of time.
A little bit of a longer inning that time for Flaherty.
And the A's are gone. And it remains 1-0.
An elusive back who can also truck people. We'll see how accomplishable that is. We really won't know just what we're going to be able to get away with in College Football 26 until we get there. Very excited. That release date, what, 2 weeks away? Ground ball foul. That was a fastball at 96 that did not look like it. 0-1.
Severino kick steals. And a foul ball.
It's an adjustment I should have made. Over-adjusted. He threw it faster, but I went from being early to being late.
Severino. That
1-2.
Close. And the count is 1-2.
Despite allowing the run in the first inning for Severino, pitch count still looking very good. McKinstry, again a little bit. I think it's just because that he almost hooked that thing. Kept moving inside on us. Still 1-2.
Outside.
Yeah, I tried.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'd say A for effort, but that wasn't even close enough to be A for effort. It's like a B-.
And that's
Take it full. Yeah, who's going to be quarterback? Who the hell knows? Ground ball.
Right,
this one to first. Soderstrom plays it well. McKinstry's out. McKinstry got on top of a sinker, kind of on the outside part of the plate then.
Now here's the Detroit catcher.
Here's Dylan Dingler. One of the few that had a good night last night.
Everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Ground ball foul. This is true. You have never been a quarterback.
Homer in his most recent game.
Oh, God. We're going to have the lankiest quarterback known to man.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
You ever seen pictures of Jared Lorenzen? Evo is exactly the opposite of that. Take that.
1-2.
By the way, no disrespect to the hefty lefty. Absolute legend.
And there's the ball.
2-2 on Dingler. 22 pitches in for Luis Severino. Make it full.
And that's ball 3. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
What a battle.
Yeah, you can use the Dega spreadsheet. To be honest, I'm probably just gonna rename it anyway. It's what I did for Mudcats, so.
The Tigers DH, Wenzel Perez.
He's
So
done a
here's
great
Wenzel.
job making contact recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
And it's back up the middle. Mistake sweeper. 2 on, 1 out.
They get it in quickly. So first and second now.
Some first pitch damage and, well, some first pitch mistakes from the Tigers at the plate tonight, but
because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem.
it can be more fun.
Swing on it that time.
The game not allowing you to change dev traits for what we do really kind of hindered you for sure. Because, like, look at Pat. We throw interceptions with Pat, but not like... We don't put up Jameis Winston stat lines. Baez to left field. Turns on one. It is down. It'll only get one run home, but El Mago is into second base. Javi's turning a corner. Had a multi-hit day last night, but didn't really do much damage. He's really been slumping in the RBI department lately. And now the top of the order, Parker Meadows with 2 in scoring position and 1 away. If we can edit overalls, that is all we need to really do. If you can't edit dev traits, it is what it is. Decided to hold up on that. It was clear that we were fooled, so take the strike anyway. Ooh. Damn, credit to him on that sinker. That thing moved a lot.
He took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing.
0-2.
In the game, that may be a pitch that he turns on.
Ground ball. It will be an out, but that will drive in a run. Yeah, I do vaguely remember that, but we never really got to do that with Talladega simply because we were already so deep into it by the time that they even put that update out there. Runner on third, 2 away, 3-0 Tigers here in the second. Kerry Carpenter! Double play in his first at-bat, and now he, by himself, holds the record for most home runs in a first half of a baseball season. 39!
He only needed one swing to square it up. Not wasting any time, and that is bad, Boone.
Good God.
Paid off. Change up in the zone.
I don't even know what this is anymore. It feels like 4 out of his last 5 games, Carpenter is heating up again. And I don't get it. This team just continues to give him hangers.
And now the right fielder, Riley Green.
Wow.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a
So
strike.
Severino has just been straight up ambushed. And he's made a lot of mistakes.
You learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing.
1-1.
And that misses. And it's 1-1.
Green with a double his first time. And now 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after double in the first.
Severino's misses are just too far out to really make you think about going after it.
The 2-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Far cry from yesterday. We didn't get those yesterday.
No panic at all by the hitter. Very
3-1.
Showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Wow! I went after a ball there.
Such a good sinker as a hitter. You've got to look up in
3
the zone.
fastballs, change up, and then he drops in the sinker. That change up, honestly, is a good setup for that. That one hit hard, left center. That one's going to get down again, too. Up and off the wall. 2 at-bats and 2 doubles for Riley Green.
He was all over that one. Put a really
Number
nice
26.
swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Been a while since Riley's had a really great game. He's been okay. But man, having Riley Green play like one of the faces of this team like he should be is just outstanding.
Now
So they turn things over to
And
the
I think
righty.
that
No
speaks to
Murdoch.
just how absurd it is what we do with Carpenter, because Riley Green, in theory, should be just as good. Yeah, we're sitting at 15, 16 home runs or something with Riley. But here's a guy who's got 21, Spencer
Up now for
Torkelson.
the Tigers. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. In for a
Good
strike.
first pitch
It's
strike.
0-1.
As Noah Murdoch takes the mound for the A's. Severino goes an inning and 2/3. Oh.
Next offering is fouled back.
Yeah, not going to be a fun night for the A's bullpen. They're really going to be hurting tomorrow.
That's down and in.
1-2.
Movement in the bullpen. Mitch Spence
Already
up
more
to throw
action.
it. Runner at second.
So I guess
two
don't
down.
expect Murdoch to stick around that long.
And that one is
Clinched at it,
downstairs.
2-2.
And the count is even, 2-2.
All heat. So I feel like we just have to be ready to swing regardless.
And that
Wow.
just misses.
Really close pitch down.
Really
around
nice
the knees
pitch,
there.
but at
You could
least
see him asking where it missed.
so far,
Probably doesn't agree,
zone's
but
been
it
small.
appears
Zone's
he's
been
ready to
pretty
move on to
straight
the next
up.
pitch.
Jack Flaherty hasn't really gone all that close to the edges on, you know, in an effort to kind of get some of those calls. We really haven't done it that much so far.
That's a good
Wow.
at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance.
0-2
Walks the
count,
walk.
and he walks
Here
Torkelson.
is Gleyber Torres.
That's a tough one to swallow right there.
Yeah, they do.
On the mound, you're ahead
In a
of the
way.
count 0-2,
I actually like this
and you
stamina
just couldn't
thing
find a
better.
way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back.
It's a lot
to bite him.
easier to manage.
Fastball
one.
is outside.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to manage simply because, like, in-game, actually subbing in and subbing out in college football and Madden is just such a pain in the ass. Ooh!
Swing and a miss. Nice
Okay.
changeup.
Man, he really sells the
1-1.
changeup with that.
That
arm
changeup
action.
stayed at the top of the zone for so long. It's a good pitch. 1-1.
Out towards left
Fly
center.
ball left center.
Brown
It
on
will
his
end
way
the
over.
inning, but the Tigers score 4.
Drops into the glove. That is the inning.
How about it? Gary
9
Carpenter
men come
goes
to the
deep
plate,
again. The
full
Tigers
score.
bat around.
We head on down to the top of the third.
All Detroit
It's the
through
Tigers
2.
5 and the A's nothing. And we're back.
I didn't even know you could turn it off. Here's Seth Brown. Oh my, that is big trouble.
That's back
It's gonna
there.
stay in the park, but
And that's gonna bang against the wall.
Meadows, where are you going? You did not need to do
Safe at
that.
Second with a leadoff double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive.
Is he not
and
doing
got
any of the
something
early
absolutely
content?
Blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there.
First
Maybe a
A's
little
hit.
more elevation under it and
Leads
it
off
carries
the
over,
third.
but That's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Not even that
Chance
bad of
here
a
for them to start
pitch
clawing
there.
Back into this ballgame.
Gio Urshela had a night against us
Gio
last night.
Urshela. And that's downstairs.
Former Tiger.
And it's 1-0.
1-0.
You know, these A's, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been
Oh,
too
wow.
aggressive at times. I'm
Oh, my
specifically
God.
talking about the
All
first
my
pitch.
complaining
These
about
guys
the
are swinging
umpires in
more than
game 1
80% of the
apparently
time,
has
which is
switched
fine if you're scoring runs.
the
but that
favoritism.
hasn't been the case today.
That one
Swing and a
deep.
ball drilled center field.
Meadows going back.
Sizes this one up.
Imagine
Makes the
there'll be a
grab.
tag.
Runner tags at second.
Throw from
Third
Baez.
third.
Not in time. That was going to be a
Off
tough
the
play
bag, and
anyway.
he's safe.
Didn't matter if the throw pulled him off the bag or not.
Tyler Soderstrom.
He was
Tyler
always going to be
Soderstrom
safe.
will
And
hit
here's
next.
Tyler Soderstrom. Why? Every time I have that phone, that damn 8 p.m. alarm.
And delivers outside.
Ball 1 to
One away with a
Soderstrom.
runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And
That's
that one
also
lifted
to
in the
center.
air, center field.
Might have to concede the run. Meadows
puts it away.
with a great dime
Runner
of a
tags
throw
for
last
third.
night, but this is not
The
that.
throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 5-1.
It is 5-1.
Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the
Leadoff
job
double.
done.
Couple of productive outs.
Back to the
A's
top of
are
the
on the
lineup.
board.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler.
I feel
Bob
like
looking
he
his first
did.
time up.
Maybe he didn't.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Because I remember thinking that there were going to be so many videos from him when that game came out, and then there wasn't as many. There was like a crazy break or something. I don't know. That one slicing foul down the left field line. 0-2 on Lawrence Butler. Ground ball. Great reaction from Javi. And that'll end the inning. The A's get a run back. They're going to try and stay in this game. That could be great. 1 run on 1 hit. I really can't complain about what Jack Flaherty's doing here tonight.
And the A's won. Bottom of the inning, down to third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Like, I feel like, remembering it now, I feel like the game came out, and then everyone was like, hey, where the fuck did he go?
And that's outside.
One to Zach McKinstry starts the bottom of the third here.
In this game. There's been a lot to like.
5 runs on 7 hits through 2 innings for Detroit.
Knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
Noah Murdock is back to work, though. Did a decent enough job limiting the damage in the second inning.
He swings and fouls one off.
91 on that fastball. Of course, if he's going to throw something over the plate, it's going to mess with our timing.
The 2-1. And that one just missed off the outside.
That looked like a strike all the way. I was expecting to take it.
In the first inning or two. That's
I don't know if that had some tail on it or what.
3-1. The other team back on their heels, and
a bullet from Zach McKinstry.
And that's a base.
Yet another hanger by the A's. Zach with a leadoff single.
And here is Dylan Dingler. Walked his first time.
I feel like if Dingler keeps up the stretch that he's on, he should get some pick-the-stick love here soon.
There's the strike of the knees.
Average has just climbed and climbed and climbed. He's been an RBI producer.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, but then when the game came out, wasn't there like a long gap? I know that's not what we're talking about, but I feel like there was.
2 balls, 1
In the dirt.
Maybe because he was trying to use Team Builder stuff, because I remember Team Builder wasn't available on the early release. Even like the regular early release that I get.
Next pitch is way outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound.
Well,
now he's going to have to really
single and a walk.
The bottom
Here's Wenzel.
Lineup to get out of this jam.
Rip foul again. Just getting a little bit too jumpy, a little bit too exciting. Pulling some of these really hittable pitches foul.
Swinging a foul straight back.
A touch late on that? I'm not really sure. No, just underneath it. Otherwise, a good swing.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Stayed back, stayed alive. 22 pitches for Noah Murdock. He's only recorded 1 out. I don't know how we got a piece of that. 2-seamer fooled the hell out of me. I didn't even know he had one. Oh!
Him out
all right.
Without a swing.
I see you.
That was pretty nasty.
Now batting.
Now it's Javier Bonds.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
First pitch double his first time. Drove in a run. Ground ball. That is going to be a base hit for Baez. Doesn't get the run home, but the base is loaded. 1 away. And it'll be Parker Meadows.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Back to the top of the Detroit order.
Parker also drove in a run.
Up now for the Tigers.
His last time up on a ground out.
in there for strike one.
I said through the first 2 innings that the zone had been fairly straightforward. Not so much anymore.
That one in there across the letters.
No ball, 2
Where has this come
Bases
from?
full.
Quick 0-2. And that's a base hit.
Right field.
Station to station for the Tigers, 6-1.
And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only one.
Bases loaded for Carpenter. What could possibly go wrong?
And pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Now the left fielder.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna let Murdoch face him too. Here we go. Ah, not far enough away.
He can't squeeze it. Nothing happening on the bases though.
Wild pitch, but no advance here for Detroit. Way too good an opportunity to just waste running into an out like that.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
Rip foul.
It's fouled off.
92 yet again. I don't really know why. I can't adjust to that. Just jumpy. Ah! So close.
Bases loaded, one away.
2 strikes
Here
on
in the last
Carpenter.
half of the third.
2 really good chances to do damage. Let's see how badly he wants to put Carpenter away. That's a good pitch. That's a really good pitch, fouled away. Still 1-2.
Fouls
Do it
off,
again.
still
That
1-2.
one we probably chased a little bit, but still just a little bit close. Oh, a swing and a miss. A much better changeup.
No advance, good.
Oh.
Behind the dish.
Number 31.
Now it's the right fielder, Riley Green.
Dude, that was filthy. We had our eye on it. Timing was outstanding. It broke further than the other changeup did. Riley, I still can't straighten it out.
Bases loaded.
It
2
certainly
down.
would blow just a little bit to get this bases loaded 1-out situation, strand him.
Oh, he doesn't
There you
get the
go.
call. And that's ball 1.
Evidently,
Clearly the
too
complainant's
impressed
not
with
going to do
that
you any
call,
good.
and
It's
it
going to
feels
go
like he
both
got
ways
squeezed on the outside corner,
here
so
today in terms
he's
of the
making
umps
his
being
case.
bad, which
You
is
gotta
all
be
we
careful
ever
to
ask
pick your
for. If
spots
it's going to be a
in terms of
shit
showing
show,
your frustration
don't
with
just
the
bone
umpire,
me.
and he felt this was his time.
That's
2
off the
1.
inside corner. 2-1.
Look, in situations like
Why does
these,
Murdoch's
the air
hat
can
look
get
like
really
2
thin
sizes
up there
too
at the
big
plate.
for his
Gotta
head?
find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Late. Tried to sit back on that
Lingering
fastball,
here.
and
About to
instead,
throw his 30th pitch of the inning.
oh boy.
Swing.
Wow!
Struck him out.
Wow!
And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Swing felt like butter, too.
And this is now a 6-1
Parker Meadows
game.
drives in a
He's
run,
pitched
but
with
it's the only
baseball
run
on
the
the
Tigers
show.
get. Oh my goodness.
Back here in Detroit.
I guess it probably was kind of cutting through butter because we didn't really hit anything. Telling you what, though, that felt like a really, really good swing. That felt like a grand slam swing. I'm stunned.
And that
In the
one is
right.
Lifted in the air. Green settles under it.
Riley Green probably still in
Puts it
disbelief
away for the out.
there for the first
One
out.
away. So up next,
The bat,
Brent
the
Rooker.
Well,
0 for
Brent
1.
Rooker, we
He
talked
grounded
about him
out
at the
his
start
first
of this
at-bat.
game being the most dangerous A's hitter. No hits in this series.
That's in there.
And that's with
strike 1.
Jack
Rooker
Flaherty
with an uncharacteristic
certainly
stretch
making
of poor
mistakes
play
here today.
lately. Next
Call
offering
the
is
strike,
in for
wow.
a strike.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time.
We didn't have any of that in the
He's
first 2
exception.
innings.
He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd
Curveball,
expect him to
got
turn it
him.
around soon.
Swings through it, and that's a
Quick
strikeout.
second out.
Get him out in front, which
Third
isn't
strikeout
easy to
tonight
do
for
against a
Jack.
hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
More so the mistakes that we've made pitching and left them over the middle of the plate. Those types of mistakes. Shea Langoliers. Also a player that did have some appearances in Mudcats franchise last year. Mainly when Pat went down.
And a foul ball.
And the 0-2. Ooh, got a piece. All right. Fair enough. Ooh.
Now 1-2.
Just missing off the plate.
Tell you what, pretty good damn take there from Shea.
Maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's.
That one not so much. 2
strikeouts
strikeouts in the 4th for Jack Flaherty. 5-run Tiger lead.
Tiger 6 and the A's won.
Credit to the A's though, they scored tonight.
Back at Comerica Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton.
I had no idea that the NBA draft was even happening tonight. That's how disenfranchised I am with the NBA right now. Torque leads off. Such a late decision to swing there. Didn't know it was going to be over there that much.
Close one.
Didn't get it. 1-1.
1-1.
And it's a ball and a strike.
Torque looking like just about a shoe-in for the home run derby now.
Just missed.
21 home runs on the year.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it.
Ground ball, that's a base hit.
Fair ball.
Torkelson on base for the 3rd time. And that is yet another leadoff base runner here for Detroit.
Turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job.
And if we can get Glaber going again,
Here's Glaber Torres.
damage could really pick up.
That one close.
Didn't get it.
Ruled a ball.
Someone's breaking towards the knees. I mean, there's just no reason to swing at it right now. Most of them, even close ones, not being called. Oh, no. Oh, no.
1 at second.
Close play at first. The call is safe. Tell you what, live I thought he was out. I don't know if the A's can review that.
But it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit.
Oh,
nice job by the
looked like a bang-bang type play.
Next up for the Tigers, Zach McKinstry.
Runner on first, 1 gone.
Line drive, and it goes just foul.
With the first baseman covering the bag. That was close to a line out there. Good slider down and in from Murdoch.
And that one pulled foul.
Still just a little bit too out in front. It could have been a line out double play, yes. I don't think Torque was that far off, but it could have been.
Way inside, gets out of
Especially
the way.
with how quickly sometimes the AI fielders will just snap to what they need to do. Oh, yeah. That is a weak little base hit into left field. Nearly stopped before it was picked up. Oh, yeah. Being in the dugout, yeah, that could be considered being pretty far. Yeah.
Known for his rocket arm behind the plate.
Here's Dingler.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Edges inconsistent as hell. Top and bottom of the zone. Not getting much up there.
And that's in the dirt.
Which is rough because a lot of these guys, especially Murdoch right now, love their curveballs. That one ripped to left field. That could go. It does. Home run. Glaber, Dylan Dingler. We're just talking about Glaber.
And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-1.
Home run number 5.
Homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in.
What did we just say? A couple innings ago. Dylan Dingler, very well, could be a very popular pick-the-stick selection here in chat if he continues to keep this up, but he has been really, really hot for about a week now.
Here comes the skipper, and we're
Mark Kotze with an unfortunate move back to the mound. Well, Murdoch did burn through a couple innings for him, but now that more damage is being done, can't let it continue.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mitch Spence.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep this score.
Good numbers
right
on the
where it
year
is.
for Mitch Spence.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging.
However, in very limited action, only 8 games, 14
So one out,
innings.
nobody on. Wenzel Perez.
But it is
digs
yet
in now.
another right-hander for the A's today.
That one finds the zone.
That will,
and
at
that
the
is strike
very
one.
minimum, have to face Parker Meadows.
Ball one there.
Which we don't even really care when it comes to Parker.
Still only one
I mention
out
it all
here
the
in
time,
inning.
but attribute-wise, Parker has better contact and maybe even better power against left-handed pitching.
The 1-1
Shot
is
foul.
fouled off.
Cutter down and in, tough pitch to do much with. It's all been cutters so far from Mitch Spence.
On the ground.
About all we could do with that.
Throws
Good
to
curveball
first
right
in
at the
time.
knees. In a 2-strike count there.
now
As
batting,
Wenzel grounds
the
out.
shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Baez.
The game so far for Javi. That one ripped right center field. Will it drop? No! Good ground coverage from Lawrence Butler as they get Baez for the first time today.
A 3-run homer.
Dylan Dingler drives in 3.
It's now
9-1.
You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back.
Love to
Let's
see it.
check out what's been happening of late.
The second baseman,
Really been struggling.
Yellow.
Hey, they split a series with Houston. Credit to them for that. Beat Cleveland. Well, hell, at this rate. 43 pitches through 4 innings for Jack Flaherty.
Flaherty back to work. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
4th and 5th
Well, every pitcher
inning,
wants
though,
support,
are the
and having a
scary
lead is
ones
nice,
when it comes
but
to
it can
Jack.
be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack
Long
instead
run
of
for
trying to
Riley
be too far,
Green
have too
here.
much finesse. Go
As
after
Torres
hitters
couldn't
and
be
get
bothered.
quick outs. That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved
And
extra
one gone.
bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready
I
to
remember,
throw
I
the
don't
next
know if I
pitch.
brought this up yesterday. There was a time, and I couldn't even really tell you why, because in terms of baseball scouting, baseball draft stuff, let's be honest, very few people have a clue. For whatever reason, I wanted J.J. Bleday.
Bleday, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike
I
one.
don't even remember what
This
draft
guy's
that
retired
was.
7 in a row.
It might have been
Step
when
out of the
we
box,
drafted
fake
Green. I'm
bunt,
not
do
sure.
something to break it up.
That's outside,
that ball went out.
and the count is 1-1
1 on Bleday.
The A's with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just missed.
Not really sure why I tried to lead that a little bit further out of the top of the zone. I thought maybe I'd get a better chance of swinging a miss that way. Curveball at the knees, got to swing though. 2-2.
In the
Another
air,
shallow
right
fly
field,
ball to
Green
right for Riley.
Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off
Yeah.
the end just a little bit. Couldn't
Baseball,
quite
of
barrel
course,
it
is
out enough to
the-
really drive it.
The left fielder.
The
2 down,
hardest
bases empty.
sport, I
Seth
think, to
Brown
draft right.
Up next for the A's. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Seth Brown,
Foul
foul.
ball.
It's like the A's are just in protect mode early
Ball
in
to strike.
counts. On the ground to Torres.
Ripped on the ground to second.
Has one hit through 5 innings
Number 3
for the Athletics.
1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail it big.
That's how it be going.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Skubal did indeed increase that American League leading win total to 11 last night. 8 shutout innings. Tommy Canely finished the job. Top of the order against Mitch Spence.
The pitch. Strike on the inside corner.
Well, these Tigers.
Spence a bit of an annoying
producing
pitcher.
A lot of quality
Cutter
swings.
slider's tough
They
to
have
get
5
right.
extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's
Parker
hand
Meadows has
really
hit a ball high in the air.
Out
It's going to
towards
stay in the
left center.
ballpark.
And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
With all those extra
Pull
base
that
hits,
maybe
it's
you
easy to
can
think
pull
we're
it with
gonna see
power,
that trend
but
continue the
late
rest
on
of the
it,
game.
not a
They
lot
seem to be
to be
really
had there.
locked in at the plate.
Oh, we were just behind that
Next for
sucker,
Detroit,
too.
Kerry Carpenter. That misses.
That's a ball.
Ball 1 to Carp. 1 for 3,
Bases
but that
empty,
one hit a
away.
big
Last
impact.
half of inning number 5.
2-run home run, number 39. That one could go as well. Left center field, carrying back. It is out of here. Number 40.
Home run number 40 on the year. And they add a run.
It's June 25th.
With a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up.
What are we
Those
doing,
teams
man?
feed off one another. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that.
Yeah.
Probably just as many who don't have the approach either.
Well, the problem with that then becomes Carpenter's gonna hit another home run
And now the right fielder,
before what?
Riley Green.
July 10th? Riley Green with a bullet to right field.
Right, and that's a base hit.
These
So they
lefties
get a man
teeing
aboard
off
with a
against
one-out
Mitch
single.
Spence.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer.
There's not even really much we could do. Like, I don't understand. I will never understand the success we have with Kerry.
Just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the
10
bullpen,
to 1.
he's expecting the guy to come in and get
A little over
outs.
halfway through this
so
thing.
far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Ground ball, that is through.
That was smoked through the
Torkelson's third hit of the
infield.
day.
Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down. 2 on with 1 out.
Not often we
Gleyber
find
Torres
gaps in
up
the
to
infield
plate.
either. That
0
is
for
just
3 in this one.
how you know this team is on one today. Ground ball just
left
foul.
side.
Foul ball.
And foul ball.
Decent cutter, low and away from Mitch Spence. Imagine being Gleyber right now. Look up at the scoreboard, 10 runs on 16 hits, and you have none of them.
Lifted in the air.
Weak
right
fly
center
ball.
field.
I think that might drop, and it does.
Base hit,
We
coming
sent the
home.
runners, and we're going to score on that play.
It's an RBI single.
Torkelson
And
up
it's
to
a double-digit
third.
lead as they're up by 10.
For once, I actually gauged one of those
They're
right.
Really swinging it here. These days, most outfielders
11 to
go
1.
deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not.
Pretty good
but
cutter
off
down
the
on the way,
bat,
too.
you're thinking
No
it's
idea
gonna
how
be a
Gleyber
pop
got
out,
under it.
and It just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
McKinstry.
What was the
Now
point of that
Fox
swing?
Comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball was past us.
Torkelson, the runner at third.
That one went off the cup of the bat,
Torres
so we're all
over
over
at
the
first,
place. 0-2.
Spoils
again.
a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Good foul by Zach.
Got
Whoa!
him swinging.
That's the same pitch.
And next to
Strikeout
hit
for Zach
Detroit, Dylan
McKinstry.
Dingler.
He just whiffed.
He's already homered here in this one.
Flat whiff. Good location, though. Fair enough.
And that misses.
Ball 1 to Dylan Dingler.
And
Home
that
run his
is
last
ball
time.
1.
Drove in 3. 2 on, 2 out here in the 5th for Ding.
And that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I would say we haven't seen many calls on the corners in favor of the A's tonight, but they really haven't hit a lot of corners.
2 on, 2 outs.
Dylan Dangler, left field again. It is
Brown makes
caught.
the catch, and that ends the
On
inning.
a
So 2 runs on 4 hits.
odd
No errors,
play out
2
there in
are
left field.
stranded. We're through 5.
Left fielder was
It's
loafing
the
it, and then he
Tigers
just
11
morphed
and the
to where the
A's
ball
1.
was.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Not much of a starter comparison. Certainly not Jack's best stuff, but hasn't needed to be. Just for clarification, let's see if I saw this correctly. He pulls up here, and then, I mean, a little bit. You can definitely tell that there was some goofy happen there. He wasn't really running all that hard. Like, let's watch this full speed. That was really strange. So, he probably makes the play anyway, but whatever.
And that is out of play.
Fouled away by Urshela. The fly ball to center earlier in the game. That is a fair ball. Torkelson picks it. Somehow skipped over the bag. One away.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom getting ready
So
to
we'll see
hit. Drove in a
Soderstrom.
run with a sac fly his first time up. And there's a foul ball.
We're so late on
The
my timing there with
Tigers
that.
up big in this one,
And yet-
we're the top half of the 6th.
Swung at it anyway. See ya!
Crushed to right. This
Tyler
one's got a
Soderstrom,
chance.
number 9 hitter, will
Home
take Jack
run.
deep. Middle fastball. That's what
That
happens.
one felt good. It's 11-2.
Only his
He
4th of the
really
year,
needed that
but
swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate
the
lately,
A's
so
have a
I'm sure
pulse.
that one felt especially good.
barely, but they do. Yeah, it's an oops, but we're fine. That's their second hit of the game, by the
So
way.
the batting order turns over, and here is Lawrence Butler.
2 runs on 2 hits.
That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
That's a...
Hard ground ball, base knock.
It is the 6th inning. It's getting
So
late, even though the
down
pitch
1
count's
away.
not up there for Jack. It's like he's
Jacob
past his
Wilson
bedtime
up
or
next for
something.
the A's. There you see his May and June numbers so far. First pitch
Outside,
doesn't
that's the
find
ball.
the zone.
Got to be careful here, otherwise Jack could lose that confidence.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
What
That
the
one
fuck?
hit to right.
Riley
Green
Green on the run. He makes the play.
It's on.
Let's go. Not the craziest catch, but the tumble afterwards.
Brent Rooker.
Had to extend just that little bit. Up and over he
Up next for the
goes.
A's. 0 for 2 in this one.
2 outs for Rooker.
And a breaking
Oh, what
ball
a
drops
dot.
in for a strike.
Fouled off.
Swing and a liner foul. off
Only
to the right.
93 on the
I would throw
fastball
him
there
another
for
breaking ball.
Flaherty, but
Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next
Would
pitch
chase.
is outside. Butler off of first with 2 away. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
fouled off. It's a well thrown at bat here for Flaherty. On the outer edge. Oh, man.
One scores in the inning coming on.
Tyler Soderstrom will go deep.
On to the bottom of inning.
He's adding on another base hit.
Baseball is on.
Still all Detroit.
This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Siggy, in ballpark entertainment.
Wenzel Perez leads off the
Yeah, I
sixth.
love what they do in D.C. with the former
Off
presidents.
the plate, ball
Somebody
one.
always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy.
We saw Dylan
Imagine
Floro
running around in
and
big, bulky suits,
Michelle
and
Otanez
somebody's always
last
gonna
night.
Go down.
Did the damage off Floro. Ripped from Wenzel Perez. That one's going to have a chance. See ya.
He nailed
10-run lead again.
third home run of the season. It's 12-2. That's their fourth home run of the game.
First home run since Wenzel had a 2-homer performance a couple weeks back. Teeing off on just about everybody the A's have thrown out here.
Manager out of the dugout.
And
now.
here comes
He'll make a move
Marcotte
to get into
again.
The A's bullpen. Mitch Spence done for the night, and as he heads off,
Gotta
he'll step
feel like
aside
they
for a
go
bit.
to a left-hander here, yes? You would think?
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher on now, Ken Waldachuk.
number 30.
Not having a lot of success against right-handed hitters. They've been
What?
hitting them around. So
Ken Waldachuk pitched last night as well. He wasn't warming up in the bullpen like a minute ago. So I'm not sure what this is about, but here's Baez.
And that
Hard
one
hit from
hammered.
Javi. Will the wind have enough carry on it? No! Warning track shot for Baez.
So I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting.
So we'll see what Meadows can do. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Good swing from Javi, no complaints.
Up now for the Tigers. And
Rick
first
foul.
offering is fouled off.
Check and see if he took some off of
Do you
that.
remember
A
when Tim
little.
Kirchin ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-sized
Ball,
ones.
that pitch is
21.
Well, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
That's a bullet over Waldachuk's
On a line
head.
base hit.
Third base hit of the day for Parker Meadows.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well. I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings
We'll see if
can hold up
Carpenter
for it
can get
now.
on
I feel like
base.
5 years ago you could
That
have
way, at
handled the
least
freeze. It would have been
in
fun. I would
theory,
bait you into it and try and get you to train
guaranteed
to race the freeze,
torque
and it
in
just
at
never
bat.
materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough
Oh, I thought we could
confidence
turn
in me
on that
I could
sucker.
beat a guy who looks like he was
What happened on
going
the
to
swing?
Olympic trials at some point or another.
Oh, it's
but,
Hadley.
yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
0-1.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze?
Ground
wears?
ball. That is. Oh, what a diving
His
play!
knees, the throw.
Carpenter is out at first
Well, they're so
base.
comfortable making that play down.
One
Comes up with it.
shimmer of
He's
shine
just playing catch with
from
his
the
team.
A's here today.
Across the diamond at first.
Damn.
Now it's the right fielder, Riley Green.
2 away for Riley. I'd say an important at bat. Not really in the grand scheme of things. But if he gets on, Torque could very much face a left-handed pitcher. Riley down the left field line. That's going to drop, and it is fair!
Fair ball. The throw into second.
Riley Green is headed into second base, however.
But one run
And he's
does score
tagged
the
out.
play
That was
before
not
the inning ends.
intended
They put
to have
2 on
Riley
the
Green
board
round
on
first
3
base.
hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left.
13
We're
runs on
6
20
full. The
hits.
Tigers are
An
up
11-run lead for
13-2.
Detroit. Safe to say morale has
A's
improved
catcher, Shea Langoliers
from last
is
night's
righty-lefty
match.
split.
Not really saying much. Last night was not a positive one. Well, could be the final inning for Jack. We shall see. I'm really hoping they don't make me get action up this inning, but I suppose you just never know.
That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
One of the most hittable fastballs outside of maybe the one Soderstrom turned on that we've featured all day.
With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Oh, wow. He went down and got a sinker.
Drive, base hit out of the center field.
Well, credit to Shea Langoliers there on that, unless there was a mistake in location on that pitch that I just didn't see.
Next up for the A's,
No? Well located pitch. So we'll go ahead and get the action up simply because we just don't want things to spiral out of control on us. That is 3 hits against Jack Flaherty in the last 2 innings. So the fall off is occurring. Matt Gage and Dylan Smith. I don't want to have to go to those guys here in the 7th inning, but we will if we have to.
Langoliers gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Oof. He was way late on a changeup. Now, this is generally a spot I would try and go fastball up and in, not to Zach Geloff. Into right, Green moves on, makes the play, throw back to first! No call from the umpire, I thought he was out. Was Torque not on the bag? I must have missed something here. Green with a great play. Oh, man, is this ever going to be so close? I mean, if he's there, it's by fingertips. And, I mean, I really don't... I feel like I can see the smallest bit, and I'm going to zoom in as much as I can, the smallest bit of a gap between his finger and the base bag. And I mean, ball's in the glove. We saw it snap. Let's go really super slow here. It snaps there. That is by an absolute thread. But he was out on that play. Well, it's a great throw from Riley. We won't get the call, but still. Oh, boy, that's trouble. Parker Meadows on the run, going back. He is gonna miss it! Oh, Parker. They might try and score a run on this. Here they go. Torres' throw is not in time. That is a triple for J.J. Bleday, and then just no mention of it ever again. We're back on the mound.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
That would have a good chunk to do with win, yes. Ground ball. A dive from Javi. It gets through. So a 9-run game again.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
I know. If you can't get Urshela out, I feel like it's probably time.
That one's in there. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that goes downstairs. And it's 1-1.
It's like they're sitting on fastballs only. And they probably are. Meadows on the run. He let it drop again.
And that forces the runner to hold on.
I felt like we were right on top of that.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tyler.
And now he's getting tired. That is going to have to do it. I mean, just like that. We don't want to, put a bad taste on a good day from Jack Flaherty. It'll be 6 1/3 tonight. Sure you know what I meant. I'm fairly certain I said good taste on a bad day.
So the Tigers get a new
Flip-flop
arm
that.
from the pen, Matt Gage.
And you
We'll
know,
bring on
guys
Matt
can
Gage.
struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So
We're gonna get squeezed now?
Your mental
That's how this is gonna go?
situations like this as well.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
1-1 on Soderstrom. Went deep earlier.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Certainly had a rip. Pretty much all I'm going to be able to try and strike him out with is slider.
Fights that one away. Still
Oh,
1-2.
my. We threw that as slow as we could. Timed it perfect. And it went there. Oh, no.
That one
No!
Caught a break right there.
No!
To the outside corner.
cut on and lifted in the
Into
air.
right center. Riley Green there. They're going to try and test him
Brings
on
it
that.
in. 2 down.
We get the out anyway, but man, oh man.
The right fielder, number 4.
Lawrence Butler.
Threw one that
Up
was
next
just
for the A's.
absolutely a strike.
1
Haven't
for
really been
3.
seeing calls like that are just 99% of the baseballs in the strike zone, and those get missed.
And first off,
Haven't seen that so far really today. Went after a two-seamer down.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the top half
Rip,
of inning
foul.
number 6.
How are you on that pitch?
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a
Foul
piece
away.
there. We'll do it again.
10 pitches in for Matt Gage. Wow, what? Dude. His slider might be the worst on this team.
Good
There
job
we
to
go.
fight that
Apparently you
one
just
off.
have to throw it hard. I don't know. Lawrence Butler just sitting here fouling everything off. Don't know what to do to get Butler out. Not
Keeps
that.
back going with a foul ball.
I've lost track of how many straight foul balls that is. I'm fairly certain he's fouled off almost all of them. That one's going to drop.
In the air. And that'll
Green's
fall for a
throw
base hit.
home. I'm
Coming
not sure if
home.
it's going to
The throw
matter.
in.
Chases
It's offline.
Dingler. It's
The run
13-5
comes in.
now.
And now it's 13-5.
That run charged to Flaherty,
So 2 down,
unfortunately.
Jacob Wilson. Up next
Here's
for the
Wilson.
A's.
And
There's
Gage
your strike.
has to face him. Butler with a battle. Fouled off a whole bunch of pitches.
And there's
All the
the
strike.
And
Well,
a bat
maybe a
like
little bit of
this is
payback there
almost
for the A's.
over as it begins in this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Tried.
One misses.
Tried to take
It's
advantage of the
1-2.
fact that his slider doesn't break almost to our benefit. Ground ball.
Ball right side.
To Glaber.
Over to first.
Well, the
That
A's
is
put
the
on a
inning,
couple of
and they
runs
limit the
there, but
damage. They strike
overall,
for 3 runs on 5
could have been
hits.
worse.
No errors.
But
and a couple
as usual,
left on.
Jack Flaherty hit a
7th
wall.
stretch time.
I don't
The
really
Tigers
understand it.
lead
It just always
13-5.
happens. And it always happens before he gets tired. He just has that inning,
Welcome back. Taking a look at our
4th,
game
5th,
side.
6th, that
The
just
first baseman,
blows his stat line.
Torkelson.
Remember when Jack Flaherty had like a one-hitter like 2 innings ago? They are going to let Walden
straight
Chuck face
back.
Torque. Now, unfortunately, that was probably the home run pitch right there, and Torque missed it.
And ball 1.
Probably not going to be a bad idea to head back to the bullpen. Actually, it's all right-handers, so we'll schedule Dylan Smith.
1-1 now.
2-1.
Inside, almost got him.
Torque has not been retired tonight. 3 of Detroit's 20 hits. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
I love how with the fog you can't even see half of the skyline, but you can see the buildings up close like perfectly. It looks really odd. That one hit hard, right center. A lot of air underneath that thing. It is down, it is up and over the wall. Torque is 4 for 4.
Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways.
And he's walked. What a day for Torkelson.
So, man aboard, Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers.
Here's Gleyber.
Fouled off left side.
Went after that one when we shouldn't have. Certainly going to be a long game.
Just off the inside edge.
Feel like we're probably at like an hour 15 already, but maybe not.
And there's one.
An hour 22 live. 7-ish minute intro, however long it took us to get in game. Lengthy one.
Next off
3-1.
stairs.
Those are the pitches we went after yesterday, including a lot of nasty sliders down and away to right-handed batters. Good adjustment today.
Man at second.
Gleyber Torres, that's foul.
And foul ball.
Well, he's ready for that fastball.
Not by
Really
much.
turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance.
5.4
Just too
feet.
much hook to it, so might want to make a little bit of an adjustment.
3-2.
Let it travel a little more and see if you can keep that thing fair.
Went elevated that time, 3-2. All fastballs, though, 6 of them.
And a 3-2.
That's a walk to
ball
Gleyber.
4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells
Certainly
you
not
that
giving
that's
up
the pitch he has
at-bats.
the most confidence in right now.
Here's
Just couldn't find the
McKimstry.
strike zone.
Ground
Now there
ball.
might be 2.
It's going to be a tough turn for 2. Let us
And
get the
one
one
away
out
in the bottom of the
at first
7th.
base. Smart play by Geloff.
Here's the catcher,
The catcher,
Dylan
number
Dingler.
13,
Hell, we'll see if Dylan Dingler can do some damage again.
Dingler.
Homers in back-to-back games, including tonight.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Out in front on 93.
And
Foul
that
ball.
one missing low.
Tried to get Ding to chase. Wouldn't happen there. Also, did I read that wrong? I'm fairly certain it said that both teams have left 9 runners on base. If you look at the scoreboard, that is not the case. Doing
Outside
what?
with a breaking ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets
Although maybe the
pitch that
scoreboard's
he
wrong.
wants
I
to
don't
hit.
know.
Next off.
All right,
is
good pitch,
in for a
2-2.
strike.
Yeah, I'm not certain we've walked anybody, so I'm... Well, we'll get through this at-bat with Dingler and check that. I'm actually really curious.
That misses off the outside edge.
Oh.
Second and third, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Well, here we go. 3-2. Fouled away.
Foul ball,
It's
and
probably
it
the best pitch
remains
we've
a
seen to
full
hit in this
count.
at-bat. Do it again. For a guy that has a slurve, we haven't seen him throw it much.
2 on, 1 out.
There it was. Left center.
Base hit. One
Down
run
it
is
goes.
in.
2 runs are home.
Now
15 to 5.
It's 15 to 5.
Dylan Dingler
Comes the
again.
manager out of the dugout, and he'll
Which
make a move
leads
from
to
there.
Mark
We'll have to say,
Kotze
wheels
again.
apart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So
the
a new
Athletics,
pitcher on the mound for the A's, Michelle
Otañez
And with the
on
big
last night.
deficit
He
on
was the
scoreboard,
one that was super annoying. But let's check this actually. Pitching wise for Detroit, Jack Flaherty allowed 7 hits. There was another hit that came later, so 8 total. And they have scored 5, so yes, it is impossible
Put that out of his mind.
for them to leave 9 runners on base. This year is Wenzel Perez.
I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close
Ball
game.
high. He's got that nasty gas fastball. But we didn't really see it last night. He just threw nothing but sliders.
Swing and a miss. And now it's
He also did do a lot of this.
this.
When we did see the
That's cheddar,
fastball,
baby.
it was just outside the strike zone. Now maybe Otañez tonight, if we can get a good hittable fastball, will more align with my timing today since I've been out in front a lot.
The 1-1. Foul ball.
Sinker
there.
at 95. Solid pitch to screw up that timing. And 1-2. Slider inside. No! Sinker! And I thought we were still on that thing.
El Mago
Now
coming to the
batting,
dish.
shortstop, Javier.
Yeah, we were.
Baez.
Here's Baez.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
By the way, I have a really... I know I buy a lot of hats. And I know I own a lot of hats. I feel like I have purchased possibly one of my favorite ever.
2 outs.
Ball, that's
Just
off the
missed.
2-0 here on Javi. Solid night for Baez. 2 for 4. Ground ball! Snagged by Otañez. I never want to see this guy again.
Baez gone on the plate. Inning over. They put 2 on the board with a couple
What a
of
pain in the
errors,
ass.
and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. Detroit is out in front. 15-5.
Check that. We've got the Dale Jr., Budweiser, Junior Motorsports, back from when he drove the Bud 8 late model
Pitching for the
Welcome
Tigers.
back. And a new arm on the mound to start
this
the game.
winter or
Dylan
early
Smith
spring sometime,
hasn't pitched in
when he
the
finally
last
brought
3
that
days.
back. And the fact that I was able to see new era snapbacks of my favorite driver ever, when that was really, when he was still driving, it wasn't really in the era
0-for-3 with 2
of,
strikeouts and a ground out.
like, at least in terms of NASCAR, they didn't really ever make flat bills, which is all I ever really want. I stepped off because I didn't think we made a pitching change. Dylan Smith.
Sliced hard but foul.
I also have another one coming, and I literally only have a render of what that's going to look like a mock-up. Not even like a digital render, almost like a drawing.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate
The
that
0-2.
consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up.
Check
That's what you want to see.
swing,
Numbers
did
do
not
coming out of
go.
that bullpen.
No swing. Gary Simmons with the
Well,
call.
and so I curve it a little bit. Like, that's about all I ever do. I can't wear a curved bill. I got a big head.
Swing and a
Right
high
center
fly ball,
field,
right
Riley
field.
Green. Odd
sizing
route to the
this one up,
baseball, but
Hauls it in for the out. And there's
I
one
buy
down.
very few hats that have a curved
Now
bill.
batting, catcher, Shea.
And here's the catcher,
Langoliers.
Shea Langoliers.
Langoliers, 1 for 3.
Misses
Slider
just
on the
off
edge.
the outside edge. I think that was a
Not
strike.
call.
Swings through that.
Late on a cutter. What if I throw a fastball in that same spot? We got a big enough lead, it don't matter. Oh,
1-1
he's just
is
going to
foul
launch
ball.
foul. Okay.
The Tigers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Got a piece of that. The curve they give you in game isn't enough. What?
And they'll do it again.
How do you even hit that ball hard? That foul. That's also foul. What can Dylan Smith do?
Fouls it off.
Yet another
Still
foul
1
ball.
and 2. Swing and a miss struck him out. 2 outs, base is
Now
empty. Next
I
up
very
for the
much
A's,
do that.
Zach Geloff.
Yellow.
I never wore eye black when I played, so the fact that I can have it in game, of course I'm gonna.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Strike one on Zach Geloff. Oh boy.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Gonna go foul. A lot of
pop in
pitches
that
thrown
bat.
by
Had the
Dylan Smith
distance
so
for the
far, but
Oppo home run, but many times you have that slice going to the opposite field. And
no
he
damage
just couldn't
done.
keep that one fair.
Baez
Out
with
to
it.
short. Throw on to Torkelson.
All things considered,
That is the
1,
third
2,
out
3
of the
inning
inning.
for Smith. Top of the order, 2 up. Will the A's bring on a lefty to counter? Meadows, Carpenter, and Green.
Welcome back as
Leading
we
up
take a look at
for
their
the
upcoming
Tigers,
schedule.
The center fielder.
It appears they're going to leave Otañez out there, actually. I guess it could be worse. I mean, this guy's hard to face regardless.
Otañez back to work. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, it is a good look, though, I think.
Just missed.
Most gassed it we have seen from the A's through the first 2 games. Meadows squared it up to center field. Not hit all that hard, though.
Nabs it. And there's
J.J.
one away.
Bleday there.
Now the number 2 hitter, Kerry Carpenter.
Swing, perfect. Contact, not.
Not
Ball
close.
one.
Carpenter's
to that
final
one.
chance
It's
for
1-0.
his 3rd 3-homer game this year. And it will happen!
Way back.
Number 41!
Make it out of here.
16 to 5.
He's gone yard again.
Kerry Bonds is back.
It's 16 to 5. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing in the bat
3rd
for him.
3-homer
Yeah,
game of the
he's
year, and the
really seen ball
first,
well
I
this year.
believe, since April.
He's putting on quite the show with the
For
team.
most people, that's not a
He's
long
just so
gap.
locked in with this
For Kerry
swing.
Carpenter.
He's just not missing right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
3-homer game, man, it's so special.
What a night for
And I'll tell
Clark.
you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Base is empty, 1 away.
Oh, yeah.
Riley Green.
Yes,
Now for
golf
the
this
Tigers.
week. We got the Rocket Classic here in Detroit, of course. Riley
And foul.
hooked it foul. It
Part
was
of the order
early
coming
on
through
98.
now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely
And
looking
man,
for
does
some
it
more
suck to
damage.
be Riley Green, overshadowed after going 4 for 5.
And that's
Ball,
off
that's in.
the inside edge. And 1-1.
Yeah, Carp's been just teeing off.
Fastball is
2-1.
outside.
It is nice to finally get to Otañez.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
That's some gas.
1 out. Base
Should
is
also
empty.
figure out who
And
we're going to
the bottom
use
half of the 8th
in the
inning.
9th inning. The only left-hander. Well, we could use Brant Herter in theory. He's in the rotation technically right now. You would hope with an 11-run lead it wouldn't matter. So give me Chase Lee. He's like the least likely guy in the bullpen that I'd ever go to in a pressure spot. 2-2. Chase that one. Might have chased that one too. On the edge. Good foul.
Up and in, and the count is filled up.
Torque's average is raised a whole bunch of points. I think 9 points in one night. Foul. Are we able to do it again? Or maybe it was 263 at the start of this game. It's still. What a game for Torkelson.
High
And a
fly ball
blooper.
out into
Left center.
field.
Bleday will handle.
Bleday makes the grab on the run.
It's a good recovery.
So Torque the
after
last
giving up the
chance.
home run,
Now batting.
not allowing it
A
to
5
stay
for
in the
7
going to
series.
work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Got a pitcher that supplies the power if we get something we can handle.
Torkelson at the
I
plate
thought
with
that was
2
something we
away,
could
swings
handle.
through that
0-1's the
one.
count.
Down the 0-1.
Ball.
Battling the A's down to the final out. Like, we are so probably far off from any sort of comeback range for the A's here today. But we have blown so many games as of late that you just can never let off the gas.
And that's
Ball
how
2-1.
outside.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
I feel like if we blow this lead, Tigers franchise should just end.
Way
Whoa,
out
what?
front for strike 2.
2-2 the count.
I got that weird inside swing animation. That felt like a decent swing, timing-wise, but the animation sucked ass.
In the air,
They will
out towards
finally
left center.
retire Torkelson, but he does
Brown
put a ball
makes
in
the
play.
catch.
Your
And
major
that will
league
end the
leader
inning.
in strikeouts.
Solo shot for Detroit this inning.
At least
Last
put it in
chance
play.
Coming up for the A's.
3-homer game for Kerry Bonds. 41 on the year. I wonder what that's going to do to the pace. Already on pace for
And
fucking
we take a look at the
75.
schedule.
Center fielder, number 33, J.J. Bleday.
Early indications plan on Monday off of stream, but I mean, I did have a good chunk of days off being sick, so it's not like a burnout thing. But I mean, hey, those opportunities only come along so often. So we'll bring on Chase Lee.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Chase Lee.
I don't even really.
Compared to some
It
days, those are
depends.
pretty low
I'm not
numbers
committed
to
to it yet.
so he should be fairly free and easy out there. You still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
JJ Bleday.
Check swing called strike.
Been rough going for Chase Lee. And I mean, with a pitch repertoire like this, it's not surprising.
Close but called a ball. 1-1.
Oh! Okay, so 100% of that pitch was in the strike zone. Ground ball,
To short,
Baez.
Baez. Zips it across.
Obviously played a good shortstop
And a
tonight.
quick out
Not
the
really
door.
tested that much on that, but been a couple that he had to move for. And unlike Gleyber Torres that we were complaining about last night, where it always feels like the ball is almost past him before he makes his first step, Baez has been on it. Seth Brown.
In the dirt, ball 1. And that one clips the
Got it.
corner.
Whoa!
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back. That one
16 to 6.
on.
Seth Brown,
A gigantic blast.
Number
run
10
number
on the
10
year.
It's
Nothing cheap about that one.
16-6.
it's not a great pitch there from Chase Lee, but I really don't think it was all that bad. It at least hit the quadrant we wanted it to be on.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jump.
Remember, that's
around
why I
the
stopped
bases.
throwing sliders down and in early in the year, because we kept getting touched up on those. For as many home runs as the Tigers
Here's the
have
third
tonight,
baseman, Gio Urshela.
the A's have hit the longest,
That misses the zone, and that's
453 feet. Ground
That's
ball,
the third.
McKinstry.
Sends it
2
to
away.
first. Urshela is out.
The first baseman, number 21.
So without looking at the schedule to check, I do believe this
So they're down to their
ties
final out.
a
And
season
here's the
high
first
in
baseman,
runs here for
Tyler
Detroit.
Soderstrom.
Last chance for the A's is Tyler Soderstrom. Chase Lee.
That's in
Strike
there.
one.
Strike one.
Oh,
2 down, nobody on. Here at the
Guarantee
top of the
ourselves a series win here tonight.
ninth. Slapped foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked.
All we're ever
I'm
after.
so relieved that they have this netting down the line.
Out of the way.
Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And 3 fastballs over there. I wonder if we can get away with something like this.
Lee is just 1 strike away.
Oh, he got a piece of that, too. Got him looking.
And that's the ball game.
Tigers winning a blowout.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive.
Well, you knew we had it in us, and last night just wasn't it.
They still blew them out of the water.
Did it go our way in the end? Yes, but was it a game that you could be happy about? No.
For Chris Singleton and our entire
A very close game all the way until the end last night. Dill Carpenter blew it open. This one, never close. 16-6. 16 runs on 23 hits. We earned Jack Flaherty his 4th win despite a little bit of a collapse late. Severino drops to 6-6.